This is day 88. What does every day mean? Every day is a consciousness. Um, when you decide to keep a habit or a commitment every day, it means that you do it no matter what. So, for example, I was driving home or driving through Colorado last night through Vail Pass, if you know where that's at. And we got slaughtered with snow. So it was a long drive. And what should have taken about an hour and a half took like 4 hours or 5 hours. And, had to put chains on the tires, that kind of thing. So we were pretty overwhelmed with snow. So that means it was a late day. Got home, got back to the house I'm in now very late, and we're very tired. But when I got back here at about 11 o'clock at night, after driving all day long, after already having a full day, I had three things left on my list of habits. If you followed anything I've ever written or read on this, I keep about seven commitments or seven habits every 365 cycle. So out of the seven habits, I had three of them left last night. So despite the fact that I was exhausted and tired, I had to come set up my computer and do the tasks. Now, that was not fun at all. Now, luckily, I had already done my running and my push up routine. I had already done that. So I had gotten that done. And that was smart because I got it done early. And that's just the thing. Like today, I'll be traveling again. And so I will not have time to do most of anything. Because of that, I have to carve out the time, meaning I have to prepare for how I'm going to get these things done. I have seven things to get done today, in despite of all the other things going on in my life. So I have to. So this morning I had to wake up really early and go out and run, and freezing cold weather. And by the way, I don't have a lot of warm running gear with me, so I'm like running out in the early morning hours, frozen roads, in shorts because I didn't bring any warm weather clothing. But that's what has to get done because if I don't run this morning, I know that I won't have time. So that's just the thing. Like every day is every day. Like I'm writing my blog this morning. That's the last thing I'll do before I hit the road because I'm thinking about a couple of ideas. I've been thinking about this idea. Like, how do I keep myself going? How do I make sure that all those commitments are done every day? And I think it's a matter of a mindset. If you cannot get out of it, meaning you force yourself to do it, and you know that you have to do it today, then you have to rearrange your life to accomplish the commitments. And isn't that the point? The point is a commitment requires life change. You cannot keep a commitment without rearranging your life around that commitment. And so, as I try to keep these commitments that I have, despite the fact that I'm traveling, despite the fact that I'm on a trip with my family, despite the fact that I've got other pressures and priorities in my life, a commitment requires that you rearrange everything else so that you can get the commitment done. And when you don't, you pay the consequence. And the consequence is usually a late night struggling through the commitments because you need to check that box before you go to bed. So this is the everyday is everyday mentality. Now, ideally, after 90 days, which I'm getting close to, ideally after about 90 days, you will have restructured your life in such a way that it is possible to get these things done. That's the ideal. But even then, there will be times when you struggle. You don't get it all done. And so you just have to face the consequence, which is you were going to get it done no matter what. Whether it's doing push-ups in a hotel room, running in the wee hours of the morning, writing a blog at 11:50 at night, whatever it happens to be, you are forcing yourself to get the task done. That's the everyday commitment. And for example, running, when you make that commitment every day, you are running in any condition, any environment, any situation in order to keep that commitment. And that can be painful. That can be disruptive. It is disruptive. You will have to change your life, whether you like it or not, to keep the commitment. So with that, that's what it means. That's what every day means to me.